Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, it's time for Super Bowl 54, and we'll send you now to Miami, standing by to call their fourth Super Bowl together. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, many had ordained the Kansas City Chiefs to be the best team in the NFL coming into the season, and now here they are, one game away from their first Super Bowl title since Super Bowl IV 50 years ago.
And we'll get to that in just a minute, but how about this? This is their fifth straight playoff appearance. They went to overtime with New England in the AFC title game last year. Remember, they were down big at the half, came all the way back and had a chance to win, lost in overtime. Finally climbed that mountain and got back. And do you remember Super Bowl IV against Minnesota? Remember Hank Stram as their coach? On the sidelines, mic'd up for the first time. That really gave us a lot of what we have now with NFL films. What a terrific performance by that Kansas City team, and they blew away the Vikings in that game.
Meanwhile, the Packers are back as they look to bring another Super Bowl title home to a place aptly named Titletown.
And they're looking for their fifth win, which would tie them with the Cowboys and 49ers for second all time. They did last win it in 2011. That was Super Bowl 45. Aaron Rodgers leading them over the Pittsburgh Steelers. But when you talk about titles, and you mentioned Titletown, they've won 13 championships overall when you count all the NFL titles prior to the Super Bowl era as well. So this is a town that's used to winning, and they expect to win this one as well.
The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes leading out the Chiefs. They, of course, were so close to a trip to Atlanta a year ago. Losers in overtime of the AFC title game. They made it a point that they were going to get back this year, and Mahomes, the 2018 MVP, he has followed through, getting KC to the Super Bowl in his third NFL season. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kenny Clark able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Tyler Newsome now. Tyler Irvin back deep. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run it with Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Quickly now, here's a look at the Green Bay offense.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Yellow, Arzola, 80! Right there. You think you gonna get this boy? You think you gonna get this?
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And that's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it, and they'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
258. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Rodgers now 8 of 8 throwing the ball in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. Funches has it complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
He's not going to get me. We can get him.
Rodgers to throw once more. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. The give is to Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This from 25 yards out. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes complete, the tight end Kelsey. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
They'll run it with Williams. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Demarcus Robinson there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
It's caught by Funchess. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. but you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggle, still winning here in the second quarter. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Williams. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Mahomes now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They complete it to Hill. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And again, it's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City 1st.
Yellow. On the line, Eddie.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. That is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Two minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman of the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Too long a coverage sack, down he goes. Chris Jones coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 47 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8-21-13. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
Yeah, he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward.
Yellow. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Off the draw, here's Williams. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Rodgers. Funches with a catch over the middle. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Rodgers. Wide open receiver, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A give to Jones, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 29, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, it's Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Looking sideline, incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. Third down here.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Mahomes again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your court? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And that is incomplete here.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll go again to Jones. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm, because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Mahomes now to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zadarius Smith, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Mahomes to throw. Robinson's got it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. This quarterback now over 300 yards down for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mahomes to throw once more. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He finds Robinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Butker on for the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Go. Go.
To throw again, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This complete to Jones. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And now here comes Kansas City. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Yellow. Our go, little ladies. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Here's Irvin to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The busy night continues for Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Mahomes now on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Rodgers operating from the gun. Funchess has it complete. A good pickup there at 22. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And this one complete right side to Funchess. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher if guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep, ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Damian Williams and the Chiefs ready to begin their next drive. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Mahomes to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd down, here's Williams. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now Rodgers in the pack. Down by 6. A little over a minute to go. A touchdown could win the Super Bowl as they've got a 1st down. Back to throw. Funches with a catch over the middle. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. Huge 1st down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Now Rodgers. He's got Lewis. And they'll wind up getting this this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.